Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the series where I talk about all the games I played in the previous month. Month for this video is December of 2024, the final month of the entire year. So since it's out on New Year's Day, hopefully, if things don't go wrong, if I'm not too busy, Happy New Year. Hope 2024 is great. Hope 2025 is even better. But this is not a time to look forward. This is a time to look back at all the stuff I played in the final month of the entire, of what was a pretty big year in a lot of ways. 2023 was the big year for, you know, the majority. For me, it was a big year but 2024 was like a big year for me. For reasons we'll get into soon. But as always, let's get right into it. At long last, after so much time waiting, being excited for, genuinely being scared it wouldn't turn out good, Infinity Nikki finally released, and holy shit, am I having fun with this game. They call it the world's coziest open world game. Is that what they call it? Is that one? They call it the coziest open world game, and they are not kidding. I swear, this game is just. It doesn't matter what mood I'm in. This relaxes the hell out of me. If you don't know what it is, it's the latest gacha game, but instead of getting characters or new cool epic characters with cool abilities, all that stuff, it's about outfits. It's a dress up game. It's an open world cozy dress up gacha game. And I say that in the absolute highest of regard. I can just turn this game on. I'm like, oh, I'll go on for it. I'll do my dailies, and I'll spend for like 2 hours of just like sitting there, so relaxed, so like it's just a cozy, chill game to just sit back and play away at. When I did the first mission, got to the first town, I think I went into like a building and they're saying, "Wow, I bet you really rushed here." They did not see me play. Because the second I got into the open world, I was like, let's go over here, collect these flowers, pick up these plants, shake this tree, get some of these collectibles and stuff. I was there for like an hour and a half just running around, just exploring, looking at things, because it's one of the most, if not the most beautiful game I've ever played. This world is fucking stunning. It's unbelievably pretty. Dressing up in new outfits is fun. Of course, you get them by doing basically wishes. I don't know what the official name in this game is, a resonance or something. It doesn't matter. It's all. You know how it is. One game does something, it gets big, then every other game has to come up with a new name for it. It's like zombies. They're not zombies, they're the infected, they're runners or whatever. But you do different things to outside the main story. You kill enemies by shooting balls at them. You collect random collectibles around, like, called whim stars, which you collect in such a huge variety of ways. Like, it's not just typical as like you fight enemies here or talk to people. Sometimes you do a quest where you have to get a ball from here to here. Sometimes you have to jump on every block without landing on the ground. Some platforming fun. Sometimes you just have to catch a specific bug, catch a specific fish. Find a cool seesaw thing you have to slam down on, it'll bounce you up and then float towards. There are small ways, but it's not just the big things that make a game. The big things are important, obviously, but it's all that's where this game really, really shines. It's all the little things, the little bits of variety, the mini games you find on the map, like one where you have to like, shoot a marble and one where you have to tilt a crane to not hit things. Other mini game stuff like jumping between all these rings, kicking a ball through a target 5 or 10, 6 times, like 5 times, just staying on a cloud to collect things. Like it's so many tiny little bits of variety, and that's what really again it just makes the game so much more fun. Every new minigame type I find, it excites me. It's weirdly exciting. Just it's such a silly little thing, but oh, it really does just do so many little things right. Even just to find people doing little animations that you wouldn't find in other games. In most games, the characters are just standing here, they're sitting there, they're all doing the same thing all the time. Here you'll find, oh, here this time the spot is empty. This time there's people just washing their feet in the water. They're having a conversation. One's holding a balloon. You see a random bridge and you walk past it like, hey, there's two people having a conversation here. Just little things like that that really make this game stand out more than 90% like any of the other types of these games. So like I was there a while ago before I was doing this. Like, okay, I'll turn off really soon. Oh, there's a horse there. Let's just get groom him really quick. Okay, now okay. Now there's a bug there. Let's catch that. Oh look, a Wimster. I better do that mission. Oh, there's some things to collect over there. Get that, and just it just keeps you going. It's the ultimate one more little thing game for me because there's always something close and it's so quick to do. I'll no doubt be talking about this again soon. So we'll leave it till there, but I won't go into it too much 'cause I don't want this to be 20 minutes of me just gushing about this game because there's a lot to get through. Fuck. It's been like 6 minutes already, I haven't even done it, and I'm one game in. But I was afraid to play this because I really was afraid it would not live up to expectations. But thankfully it did. Because there was some like state of plays or game show events where nothing else mattered to me. Or I was like, wow, that was really shit. But just the fact this was here, that was enough for me. Like the state of play was mostly terrible, mostly just average. Like, you know what? 2 extra points just for having this there. Sometimes it was the only game I cared about. And thankfully it lived up. And I can't wait to see where it goes from here. I really hope it stays popular enough just to get some good updates, because it would really suck and be very appropriate if the one I really fell in love with disappeared after a few weeks. Imagine if this game just flopped after. Oh, that would suck. But yeah, moving on. I went back to playing Crimson a little bit, just doing a few levels. How do I even describe this? It's a platformer, you're a weird little ball blade thing. I like to call it eye strain warning the game. Because I swear, if I'm ever going to mention this game to anybody out of without showing footage at the same time, the first thing I'm going to say is, by the way, be careful if you're fucking sensitive to anything. It just looks like a game you're jumping through hell as a ball. You do platforming and just try not to get killed by falling into whatever will kill you. It's fun, but like I said, you feel like your eyes are bleeding when you play it. But I can look forward to going back to more. It's very intense. That's the even when nothing is happening, it's like fuck, that is intense. Finally, finally, I got to play it after having just sitting in the back for so long. I finally got to try the Plucky Squire. This is another one of those games where I was like, even in events where nothing else really looked good, this one stood out. It's a mix between like 2D and 3D platforming fun, silly humour, as you'd probably expect from Devolver Digital at this point. You just go from one screen to the next, sometimes you kill some enemies, sometimes solving some puzzles. The big unique mechanic is you can go from like in the book, because it has like a storybook graphic style. You can jump out of the book into a 3D style. Then you jump back into like a wallpaper to get up from here to up here. It is charming as hell, and just very unique in a lot of ways. You can also one of my favorite mechanics of the entire game. The mechanic that made this game going from it's pretty good. I like the style to just truly encapturing me. You can take a word. So if something says the small frog is looking at the huge bug. You attack the word huge, take it out, put it over here, take the word little. So now you got the huge frog is looking at the tiny bug, and boom, bug is no longer a problem. And just to make things better, one, you can put them in places just for fun. So, oh, the gate is open. You can change that to the gate is huge, the gate is tiny, the gate is long. It doesn't affect anything. It's just for fun. And that's one thing I can't wait to see more, like how, like, what silly things can I do with that? Because that was really the moment was like, wow, this game is awesome. The fact I can make the gate small and do, again, it was literally pointless. But that's why you gotta love it. A game has to be more than just the things you have to do. Also, you can take the words like between one page of the book, go out of the book, change the pages, next level, put it there somewhere to try things. I'm scared and excited to see how this goes. Because at some point, I feel like I'm going to be just like, what? What the fuck do I do here? There's like 40 different words to choose from. What? But that's where the journey, I think that's where the fun of the journey is. Not know how that will go. I can't wait to go back for more. I got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. God. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. It's very much in the same style as the old school Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Or was Shredder's Revenge that came out like 2 years ago, or was it last year, whatever it was. It's, how do I explain it? It's good for what it is. It's a very short, quick. Well, that's what these kind of games are always short. I think there's like 15 levels. One thing that captured me this game instantly, even from the first trailer, because I'm not much of a beat 'em up guy. It's not something a genre that does a lot for me. Even back in the day, my friends or people or my family be like, "Oh, we got the Wii play thing. We can play like Golden Axe, or they'd have a say like we can play Golden Axe and all that shit." Like I'd have one game. I think I'd die in Golden Axe. Like, well, I'm bored. I wouldn't even like that's just like oh I'm done. I'm dead. It's like I'm back like 2 minutes. I don't care anymore. Just not my genre. But Shredder's Revenge was one I really enjoyed, so I thought this would be fun too. But one thing that really looked cool, the variety. It's not just left to right killing enemies like most beat 'em ups. You got like bike levels, where it's more like a vertical shooter style, and you got like shooting like that on a roller coaster, or of course Zord battles. Where it's got your Megazord, you just see the two fists, and it comes like a Mike Tyson's punch out style thing. Obviously, that's more basic, but that's the variety that really makes these games more fun for me. Because I get bored very quickly if it's just let's go left to right, punching and kicking enemies with four moves we can use. Yay! What's the next level? Let's do that again, but there's bigger enemies sometimes. Ooh, what next? Let's do it again, but these guys can throw things at you. My God, key hook. Just try to hold me back. So not something I typically enjoy a lot, but this one, it was fun. You pick between the five rangers, so I'm pretty sure all exactly the same. And like typically, you have punching attacks, a uppercutty jumping attack to knock your enemies up, and you can do like your dash attacks or double tap right or left and just kick. It's very basic. Sometimes you get really annoying enemies like, oh, they have rocks in front, so you have to go behind them, and then you get a couple of punches. But oh, there's something behind you. They hit you. Now he's back facing you. You can't hit him again, so you have to get behind him. They're more annoying to deal with when you have to do some challenges. But if we're just commenting on the game itself, decent. I think I finished it like 3 hours, and that was even going back to do a few of the like mission objectives. Because unlike Shredder's Revenge, every mission has the same objective, or the same like bonus objectives. One for doing it without dying, one for doing it a certain amount of time, and one for finding all the secrets. Every level is the same for that. The secrets, 90% of them are just punch this crate, you find it. But sometimes they are just in the background enough you're like you barely see it. But overall, I got through it fun. I think I had to look up one of them. No, I think one of them was complicated enough where I was, or at least kind of visually concealed enough where I was going to look it up. But I eventually found it myself, so I'm not sure if I did. But if it was just one. Most of them were fine. The other thing that really kind of annoyed me about this game a lot, one, unskippability cutscene stuff, and which again is only gonna be a problem if you die a few times, which for certain reasons I did. Two, you can't retry this game. You can't. There's no retry option because of course there's not. Uh, there's one trophy when I went for platinum. You had to beat a boss without getting hit, but because this game has no checkpoints, in level at least, if you lose all your lives, you're back to the start. I just thought of something. One sec, I have to make sure something to make sure before I get angry and complain about the game. I have to make sure I'm not a dumbass. Be right back. One sec. Can't believe I'm doing this fucking this time. Okay, I'm not stupid. Basically, when you're fighting this, you have to beat the boss without getting hit once. If you die in battle, you just you're if you get down to half health, you die. You're just back in the battle with half health. So basically, it comes down to you get hit by him once. This is the process to try it again. Start, quit, wait for it to go back to main menu, click, click, start game, click save file, wait for about 5 or 6 second animation going over here, pick your Power Ranger. Make sure not to press X again because if you press it too many times in the short span while the screen is black, it'll just pick the last level because it automatically goes to the last level. Go back to the level you want to do, replay entire level. There's no checkpoint before the boss. So if you get hit one random kick, and I swear it's the hardest boss in the game. It's not even a hard boss. It's just unpredictable. Like you be fighting with, he'll just be here out of nowhere. No, as far as I can tell, no warning. He just hit. So it just comes out the fight of up here, up here, up here, hit him up, down here, down here, down here, hit him up, waiting. It's awful. I remember I said I spent 3.5 to 5 hours regular story with a good chunk of the side quests. Yeah, I think it was like 4.5 to 5 hours when I like every side quest done from level 13 back to 1. 2 levels left to do it in. I have currently, now that I'm done with the game, 32 hours. Probably on 20 of those hours went to that one fucking fight. It took me days. Because, granted, the level only takes like 5 minutes, but you do a whole 5 minutes for one attempt. And you could go into fighting like 5 or 6 seconds in. Oh, gee, I wonder why my stuff keeps breaking. And you just get one kick and it's over. And then you have to do the whole. And the worst thing is, it's the only level that does this, I think. You have to start off like 15-20 seconds of the guy playing a fucking flute and then a thing appears. And because even in a 2024 December game, This game's not even a month old. At this point, it's not even 2 or 3 weeks. I was like 3 weeks old. Unskippable cutscenes. I'm sorry. I thought this was a 2024 game, not a fucking port of a 1994 game. This is inexcusable. And like, in fact, it's a trend I've noticed a lot this year. The technically it's not a cutscene, so even if it's like a minute long, we won't let you skip it. I'm not liking it. But yeah, before I rant about it, oh, also there's a hard mode and nightmare mode, or no, headache mode. Hard mode, you have 5 continues, which means because you always have 2 lives. It replenishes every stage, so you can't lose those 2 lives more than 5 times. Not that it matters, because if you get onto 0, you can just quit, go back in, you'll have your continue. So, and headache mode is the same, except you have no continues. Lose all your lives once, it's over. So again, if you get onto 0 lives and like this much, like 3 health, just quit, go back in. It's not as much a gauntlet as it is a series of doing a level with 3 lives. It's honestly no different. I did it fine. I think there was one level where I came really close and to quit a couple of times. That was it. But yeah, moving on. There's a lot to talk about here, so let's not get too caught up in this before it goes on for half an hour. Marvel Rivals also came out, and it is so nice to go back to an Overwatch style game. I haven't been a crap that is Overwatch 2. Holy shit. I don't know if it's as good as Overwatch 1. I don't know if I got that sucked into it, but I don't know. Somewhere between Overwatch 1 and 2, the controls got less tight. Things just feel floatier. And this has that a bit too, but it's better than Overwatch 2. I'm having fun with it. I've like 18 hours into it so far in like 3 weeks, so I must be enjoying it. Not like Overwatch. Sometimes it has this effect where it's like I have to play a bunch of games in a row, but sometimes it's like I'm about to play something else. I have 1 or 2 games of this and throw it off. I'm just picking away trying some of the characters. So far, I'd say some I really like are I enjoy Thor a lot. Punisher is really fun. Venom was a good blast too. No, the Hulk. The Hulk is actually a really fun character. Penny Park, I'm having a great time with. So far, I don't think it's a character I played where I was like, ooh, no, not for Groot a little bit, because I feel like they're still balancing a lot of things. He feels a bit weak, but so far, yeah, I can see why this is a big thing. I can see why people are like loving it. I am too. I haven't even like delved into anything else. I'm even like getting new costumes. If I think you can do. I haven't even looked at anything else. I haven't done the arcade. I don't even know where it is. I just have a couple of games a day sometimes. Sometimes more than that, but yeah, it's just a really nice game. I love the characters. I love it's just it's good to be back into this kind of game. A lot of comments have been about the similarities to Overwatch, and yeah, I love both games. Well, I loved both games at one point. Overwatch 1, I'd say I love. I put over 1,000 hours into that. I think it's safe. Like, there almost seems to be a war over it. No, Marvel is original and better. Overwatch sucks. It's a copycat too. Then there's no, Marvel is nothing like it. It's just completely new. Or all this fighting going on. As somebody who has put significant time into Overwatch and has very fond memories, yes, this game sometimes feels like it's blatantly ripping things off. Not that I'm saying Overwatch is the first to do any of this, I really don't know. But there are times, even at the start of this game, where I'll be playing, I was like, yep, I'll just be playing along, and like, yep, that's the diva of the game. Oh, there's the Pharah. Oh, there's the Symmetra. At times, at the start, I genuinely thought I saw Sombra running around the place. Oh wait, oh no, this isn't Overwatch. Even some of the levels, I swear, are carbon copy sometimes. I don't know if I can find footage of it easy, I will, but this level here, I think, what, there's one level in Overwatch where you open a gate and it's like there's stuff on the right. It's inside, it's in a kind of a castle. I don't know the exact name of the level. I was never good at this in the first place. You go up, turn left, there's space up here to go, there's a little tunnel here, turn right, and that's where the end is. And I swear they do exactly. Even the levels look exactly the same. Have done the same things. The amount of levels they can be like, yep, this is the Overwatch one. This is exactly where they took it from. I love the game anyway. I don't really care if they're copying things. Not like Overwatch can copy some things either. But come on, guys, let's not try to pretend it's not there. If you've played even a few, 100 hours of Overwatch and you're not gonna say there's some similarities here, I don't know what to tell you, man. But yeah, moving on. I like it. I'm back to Stellar. Back to. I finally started up Stellar Blade. I got this back in. When did it come out? May? March? I got day one. I've been excited for 5 fucking years since the first teaser. Never turned it on. It was much more of a retro year for me, and in a lot of ways, a certain game came out at the start of the year kind of changed who I was. After finishing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, for better or for worse, it was just hard for me to jump into something like this. A big RPG, like an open world RPG. Well, not open world, but I don't know, just a big story driven kind of thing like this. I just couldn't do it. I finally started up. Great time. I'm a ton of fun. One, it's a modern game where you have a partner with you all the time and he doesn't constantly bitch in your ear. What? I can pick up an item and I'm saying, hey, that can be used for this shit. I can look at an enemy and I'm saying, hey, to defeat this enemy, maybe you can do like I can move without constant yapping, which is a trend I have noticed a bit less this year. I can only hope it's a dying trend. Maybe finally we can play games. I can play a game and move for 5 seconds without somebody bitching at me. Oh, what a world that'll be! But again, it's the year I've played the least amount of new games. Again, like I said, very retro inspired year. But hopefully it's a dying trend because I just want to relax in a game without somebody constantly yelling at me. oh, I hope it's a dying trend, please. Hopefully the backlash with God of War's puzzles, forced hints, hopefully that inspired more change than I ever hoped, than I could have ever dreamed. Please, from the bottom of my heart, shut the fuck up. That's all I'd ask from games in the future. Beyond that, Stellar Blade, really fun combat, really fun world. Character designs are really cool. Can't wait to play more. Haven't played much of it yet, there's only been a couple of goals, but I'm happy so far. Now, on the YouTube and streaming side, it has been a bit, probably not too much to say. Still playing through Lost in Random, very close to the end, having a great time still. Absolutely, the trajectory of that game is constantly going up. Absolutely loving it, but I've talked about that enough. Finished Predator, not again, but talked about enough because once a week. The ending was a frustrating, painful experience, but still, ton of fun. Absolutely underrated masterpiece. Slight exaggeration, but ton of fun. Absolutely loved. Really glad I played it. And because I decided it was going to be a one-off thing on Christmas, but I kind of liked it because I guess that's just who I am now. My new game for the Saturdays weekly thing has been Santa Claus Saves the Earth on the PS1. I just did this as a silly Christmas thing because I wanted to play one last year for Christmas, but there was nothing good and nothing has changed. But I'm just more, I don't know, I'm just more willing to try things that look like crap this year. And in a strange twist, I ended up kind of enjoying it. Like I wanted to put it out for Christmas, and I spent days dreading. It's like, oh no, I can't do it. I could do it now, but I can't because it didn't even look fun. Like this looks awful. Not even a fun awful. It just looks bad. I end up having a weird little bit of fun with it. Am I going to recommend it to anyone? No. Does it look like crap and give me a headache after a few minutes sometimes? Yes. Is it fun to play in a lot of time? No. But in its own weird, slow paced, methodical fun, I appreciate it. Just 15 levels, I'm 4 in, because playing more than 2 levels at a time kind of hurts. Yeah, I just have to accept it. My taste sucks. But I'm having fun, so who cares? In terms of streaming, I already mentioned Plucky Squire. That's what I'm doing now at the moment, so won't mention any more. Other than that, I can't believe we're ending on this. Prison Break, the game. Or Prison Break the Conspiracy. How is it? Mm, it's like below average at best. You play as a new character, you not any of the characters from the show. And what do? Here's the structure. Character from the show. Hey, here's a mission from you for you to do. And then you interact with them for like 30 seconds. Then you go sneak around for 20 minutes. Basically all it is. It's fine, it's fun at some points. If you absolutely don't care about the show at all, I'd nearly give this like a 2 out of 10. But just being able to see the Fox River Penitentiary from the show, some of the characters, because they do look really good, and so it's really funny because the characters actually in the show are voiced by the real actors. But when it's not somebody who's done by the real actor, they look nothing alike. Like the characters look good for the time, and you can tell who everyone is easily. But when it's not them, and they go with somebody so different looking. I'm not sure if they were not allowed to use the likenesses, or just like if they couldn't get the actual voice actor, they didn't. I don't know how this shit works. It's hilarious though. And it has probably the worst quick time events in gaming history. I used to say that about Final Fantasy 16. These might be worse. Well, Final Fantasy 16 were slow and pointless and irrelevant. In this, you'd be like tapping triangle as fast as you can, then circle will come up instantly, no warning. And then you wouldn't tap in time, obviously, and you're dead. They suck for a very different reason, but fuck me, they were terrible. Genuine garbage quick time. I don't even dislike quick time events. I think they've been done really well, but here, awful. But anyway, this has been going way too long, so I'm just going to leave it at that. If you really love Prison Break as much as I do, I think it's recommended for just a bit of fun. But yeah, it was a game I finished into 3 streams, and you could probably finish like 4 hours. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because this has been going like 40 minutes. And why do these ones always go on so long? It's just like ramble. But as always, let me know what you've been playing for this last month. Let me know what new stuff you've been playing, what you've gone back to. Hope Christmas was great. Hope New Year's was great. And very soon, I hope the rest of this year will be great too. Hopefully, it'll be great for games. I don't know what's coming out, but hopefully, it'll be a good one. I doubt it, but I feel it's gonna be a smaller year. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and see you for the next one. See you then.